All right, welcome back. Now, for many of you, a day was yesterday, and I know some of you would have celebrated. Some of you thought it was just a holiday as it was a Sunday. But you know what? This is what we have. And of course, the Green Man shared this with us. He's bought this from a store in Bangsar, if I'm not mistaken. Modern technology owes ecology an apology. Now, pretty much of a mouthful there, but it's very, very pertinent.
Very true.
Very true, very pertinent when it comes to, you know, what we're doing to our Mother Earth today. So let's talk to the guests in the studios to find out more about how you can actually have a water heater that's green and friendly.
Let's welcome back Matthias Gelber, Loha's Country Manager, Lifestyle of Health and Sustainability, as well as his friends Ken Foo, Managing Director of SEERS Technology, as well as Eastwood TM Chan, who is the Technical Director of SEERS Technologies in Gelber.
Good morning.
So, what is SEERS Technology? But before that, let's speak to our Green Man. I believe, well, Earth Day, of course, you're going to have a lot of things happening. What happened last week?
I got this actually in One Kiara, Just Life, which is a very well-known eco-friendly supermarket. They've got a couple of shops. I think one is in Mid Valley, one is in Ikano Power Center. So they had an expo, and I discovered this, which is very similar to what I use. My business cards are made from palm fiber waste material. This is actually not paper. This is palm fiber waste.
Wow.
So you can have all sorts of gadgets at home. And I love this kind of statement up here. And I think this fits very well today with our technology here as well. We've got an eco-efficient technology that saves money and saves electricity at the same time. But I discovered something else. I went to...
He's got his gadgets.
Yes, I have a plastic bag with me.
You do?
Wow. And the amazing thing about this, I discovered it yesterday. I went to the Earth Day event at U8 in Shah Alam, where we're going to have a tree planting as well next Sunday. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. A plastic bag with zero plastic inside. This is a Malaysian product made by starch material, and it's 100% biodegradable.
It's biodegradable.
Yes, yes, yes. So we've got bags now that don't have any plastic, because plastic comes from oil, petroleum, non-renewable resource. It doesn't biodegrade easily. This is biodegradable. I think 2 months after, you know, it might end up in the waste. It will disappear again.
That's true.
So, you know, we have mountains and countries on the ocean building up just from plastic waste that people, humans, throw away. So this is a new way of actually having, I mean, I prefer the reusable bag, obviously. That should be the first choice. But if you still need those, you know, I mean, this is a better alternative to the normal plastic bags.
So it is. Of course, I think the reusable bags are always much better than anything of the sort, because if you have them, then it just, you know, it's completely multitasking, isn't it? You use them for almost everything, even your shoes, I don't know, a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, I bring my heels in my reusable bag.
We do. Okay. So let's talk about, you know, what we're here today for with SEERS. Maybe we can get, you know, Mr. Chan or one of you to tell us a little bit about SEERS technology.
Okay, basically we have the latest innovation technology. So this product is a breakthrough technology, basically first in the world. We got it international patented.
Wow.
It's a Malaysian-owned technology. It's a water heater that we create all types of category, which we have residential, commercial, up to industrial package. So it's only powered by a 12-volt DC. 12-volt DC is something like a car battery, can power up the whole system. As well as we have our 240 volts, which the beauty part is we don't use any heating element to produce this hot water. Therefore, it's very, very safe and very, very green.
Wow.
Actually, I remember I saw them 2 years ago at KLCC, and I only recently met them again when Stephen actually recommended this company to bring them into the show. And I remember 2 years ago, I was with an American friend at KLCC at an exhibition, and I thought, wow, this is an amazing product, Malaysian innovation. You don't actually have the heating element anymore, and you get hot water as hot as with the heating element. So you're saving loads of electricity, and that is really the great contribution. You can have your hot water, but your electricity bill goes down, I think, roughly 60%, right?
Exactly.
And that means loads of CO2 emissions because electricity.
I have to ask. I know a lot of people have this question on their hands and minds right now, and I'm quite sure the viewers want to know, what's the ka-ching on this one? I mean, if you're talking about something without the heating elements and you're talking about something that is very, very chanky-mangy looking, you know, what's the ka-ching on this one?
Well, this one is our latest design, which we're going to launch at the end of this month, do a soft launch, which is very, very low power compared to conventional water heaters using about, this is an instant water heaters uses about 3006 watts. And we are using only 1005, which means a 60% lower energy consumption. Besides that, no heating element. That means no risk of electrocution while showering. So therefore, it's very, very safe. Well,
He wants to know the price.
The price is
we don't want to put you on the spot here, so a rough idea.
It's about 700 plus.
There you go. That's cheaper than a lot of stuff out there.
Yes, of course. And your ROI, the beauty part, the ROI is less than 13 months.
There you go. You should have that right there. ROI. That's what you guys got to remember. ROIs. Okay. Now,
so no heating elements, so no risk of electrocution you mentioned.
Exactly.
Can you tell us about this apparatus that we're seeing here?
yeah, especially the one that looks like something came out of Titanic.
Yes, as you can see, this has already been corroded because of Malaysia is hot water, because most of our Asian is hot water. So the water has easily been eat up all the heating elements. So we have actually live wire, as you can see the behind of this heating element, there's live wire connecting into the heating element. So once the water has been corroded, it will actually eat up the heating element, and inside is connected with the live wire. So that's how it creates electrocution.
Let me just get the camera. If the camera can just zoom into that little gadget there. There you go. That's what the live wire is talking about. Looks like something that came out of Titanic, but no, it's not.
That's how it normally looks
That's
like.
how it normally looks like.
Yes, because
That as compared to what I'm holding here with an ROI. Check it out, Malaysia. Yeah. All right. Now let's talk about the beautiful awards that are sitting in front of us. Mr. Chan, maybe you can tell us a little bit about this.
Yes. Okay. These are the awards actually. We really have the pleasure and being honored to have recognized by all these bodies and organizations like mine, and these are all for the invention for our technology, the latest technology. And this is the Asia Cup, the tallest one, which we compete among Asians. Then there are somehow rather 500 to 600 participants
all over the world.
All over the world.
Wow.
And we got the gold award out of it.
Fantastic.
And these two are the invention awards in individual and the group. And also, this is the WIPO award, World Intellectual Property Organization, which they have coincided with this Geneva and the KL. So the award is this Gold Award.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Well, congratulations. That's
Thank you very
quite a
much.
feat out there.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you mind if I ask you what you were doing before this, and why did you decide hot water heaters when you wanted to dabble in green business?
Okay, because previously both of us were in aircon line, centralized aircon. So, and before we started invention, we came across a lot of newspaper, like for example, last year, about June till December, we have 4 cases of people have been electrocuted while showering. So based on statistics, we are talking about every 1.5 months, you see, claim one lives. So life is so precious, you see, especially our family, our loved one, you see. So people fear of being taking by conventional electrical water heaters. So here we are, so both of us have some discuss, we be able to do, we start our R&D, and thank God, God bless us with the ideas.
Voila.
And
Voila, they came up with something as cute as this.
I think that is exactly what the Malaysian vision of 2020 is about, to come up with local innovations that help the planet, that are commercially viable in the domestic market and then internationally as well. I think this is great to see it, and when I saw it 2 years ago, I was kind of thinking, wow, and it's great to see that you guys are going places and that you guys are doing well.
And you know he's always there. All right, let's talk about this as compared to some of the other water heaters out there. How different? I mean, we know that it's environment friendly. We know it's Go Green. But if somebody's out there saying, look, I already just installed a major water heater in my house, and apparently the manufacturers have assured me that my consumption. I'm not going to die. I'm not going to get electrocuted. I'm not going to have any problems. My consumption is not going to have a problem. So how would you then, compare this to that? What is that one outstanding thing that you can assure people out there? I mean, I'm quite sure a lot of them are already using their regular water heaters in the house. So what can they do, to change their mind?
Okay. allow me.
Well, this can be...
Either one of you.
Yeah.
anyone.
This can be actually retrofit into any kinds of water heaters because conventional using very, very high power consumption, you see. So ours one can be retrofit anytime. It can be replaceable. So number one, you're actually saving energy. Number two is actually your contribution, a green product back to the society. See, number three, that's the most important thing, safety for our whole family.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I think that's
what about compared to a solar water heater?
Okay, solar, because we have 4 versions of water heaters. If it's solar, we're going to complete our big one. Solar is good, it's considered green. But lack of consistency during rainy times, night time, even though in cold weather, solar can't produce much hot water. So basically, our product is actually, we are using an ambient air. To extract the heat from ambient air, we have an electronic device which is create the differences of temperature, immediately passes through our heat transfer and to transfer into the hot water, to boil hot water, which that means any type of weather, nighttime, rainy days, it works 100% consistency.
And I mean, in theory, you could connect it to a solar element that produces the electricity, and then from a DC with a 12 volt, you could actually power this one as well with solar if you wanted to. But I guess, you know, the main thing here as well to take into consideration for people who make a decision, the electricity prices will go up in Malaysia sooner or later. I mean, you can't keep subsidizing all the time. And so the ROI will actually come down in the future as well once those electricity prices are going up. And this is a future trend.
That's what's on everyone's mind, isn't it? What do you get in returns of what product that you buy, and how environmentally conscious can you be? Let's talk about where the availability is. Where can we find this? Is it out in the stores? I mean, is it a particular store that you have?
Well, basically, we have all the electrical appliances like Ing Seng Heng, we have that. And you can go to Better Living Imuda, whereby there are sanitary appliances. Most of the sanitary appliances that you can get.
Okay, fantastic. Brilliant. Now, I think SEERS has come up with a very interesting innovation. I mean, it's something that a lot of people would not have gone into. But you are, rest assured that the competitors are now going to be hounding and trying to figure out how they can match up to your level. I'm quite sure about that. So where to from here? What's your other little, brain waves coming in? Is there anything that's coming up in the pipeline?
Yeah, we have actually, at the end of this month, after launching a soft launch of these instant water heaters, the next one we come out with the clothes dryer. Oh, yeah.
Clothes dryer?
Clothes dryer, talking about 60% energy saving. And hopefully we can come up in something like aircon without compressor, running on minimum power. Hopefully.
Yeah, I like the last one. Minimum power. I mean, every one horsepower aircon, 750 watt consumption. That's really what most people's electricity bill is about. I think this might be number 2, the water heater in terms of electricity consumption, together with the fridge. But these are the big ones. If we can do something about, please come up with the aircon system. That's what we need. Definitely.
And you guys are from the aircon background, so there you go. Well, coming back to Matthias, maybe tell us a little bit about what you've been up to in terms of campaigns. Now, Earth Day just passed, and you mentioned to us about what you did for Earth Day. What else is coming up in your area?
The big one that's coming up is a tree planting in Shah Alam. We're expecting a couple of hundred people and I think 2,000–3,000 trees. The main meeting point is actually not that difficult to find. It's the U8 Mall in Shah Alam, and that's a very interesting. Yeah, that's a very. You know that area. It's a very interesting building. It's like the first eco mall in Malaysia.
The big fans.
They have big fans in there, and they have a huge indoor area where they are not using any aircon, and that's quite an achievement. They do some rainwater harvesting. They have some solar on the roof, so they've tried to implement some green features in the building. And tree planting will just be outside there, so the meeting point will be there. I think even the Menteri Besar will come along and plant some trees, so there's going to be loads of action there in Shah Alam in the U8 Mall. Then yesterday, because it was Earth Day, I attended 4 different events.
Wow.
I started off in Templars Park.
You've been busy.
Oh yes. I gave a talk there on how we can go green and reconnect back with Mother Nature. Because I think often we are disconnected from Mother Nature. You know, we have lost the relationship with the trees, the plants out there. We live in a concrete city, so Templars Park was a beautiful surrounding for that. And make Earth Day every day. You know, make it holistic, a practice in every day. The things you buy for your house, you know, when you buy gadgets, when you buy food, think about green and healthy, the Lohas lifestyle. Then I went to a TV screen, it was not TV screening, a movie screening, One Day on Earth. It was a movie from all over the world, all countries participated, a collage of all sorts of different actions that happened on the 10th of October 2010, 10-10-10. And the funny thing was, I appeared in there for 5 seconds with 2 of my friends. And it was, you know, I saw myself and it was over at the same time.
You were like, I know that person.
But it was about the tree planting that we organized on that day to contribute to this global effort. So then I went to the U8 Mall, I gave a talk there on how we can go green. And then I finished off with, you know, discovering this and some other nice gadgets at One Kiara. There was a Earth Day Expo organized by Just Life, and one of the most beautiful things there was they had 1,500 paintings from Malaysian school children from all over KL who had painted on those paper bags that they use in the US. It was apparently a trend that started in the US, and those paintings were so beautiful. Kids, you know, talking about how we can save the planet, you know, painting the animals, painting the trees. And you could see the emotional connections that kids have with the planet. And that is really the challenge for our viewers out there. You know, what can you contribute to make your kids have a beautiful planet in the future? You know, that was so touching. I think they're still there. If you can see those bags, I was really touched. I was really touched.
Well, the one thing you can do is actually buy one of these gadgets and start implementing that in your house. There you go, the water heater, which is going green. And besides that, of course, make sure that you try to contribute in some little way or the other. Water harvesting, there's a lot of ways that you can do. Check out Lohas, maybe that's the area you can actually find more information.
Yes.
Gentlemen, we'd like to say thank you very much for joining us this morning and bringing this to us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chan, Mr. Foo, and Mr. Gelber. See you again next week, hopefully. That's all for this segment. We will be back with more. We're talking about the Fast Beats campaign. Now we're with Zaleha in Thailand.
That's right.
Let's take a break.
Yeah, all the way in
Checking
Thailand.
out jewelry. Yeah,
I know.
We'll be back after this.
See you in a bit.